guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about my piercings and tattoos. I've made a video about this like a few years back on this channel when I was active in it before I shut it all down. But yeah, I made this video and it had a lot of interest and it got like probably the most views out of most of my videos, and it was also made when I like just started getting a lot of piercings and tattoos, which some I don't have anymore, but I'll talk about that. So I kind of want to make this again because since then I've gotten new tattoos and gotten rid of some of my piercings, gotten different ones. So let's just chat about it because I love this topic. I love piercings and tattoos and I think it's like such a good way for people to express themselves, but I also completely respect people who don't like piercings and tattoos, and you know, that's the way it is. People aren't gonna like everything the same, but for me, I love it. I think it's a really good way of personalizing things onto you permanently or not permanently in a way that you feel is right and that you're excited about. So let's talk about this and I'll tell you all my experience with them. So I'm gonna go through all my piercings because that's the easiest. So currently I have 2 ear piercings on my ears. This year's always stayed just 2 piercings, but this one's gone through quite a bit. So I used to have a cartilage piercing up here, one lower one, and then my conch pierced 3 times. No, twice. And all in all, I just ended up just getting rid of all my cartilage piercings because they were just causing me a lot of problems. They were taking a really long time to heal and my skin was just so sensitive to like anything. If it got caught in something, or if I got tugged, or if I slept on it funny, or anything, like I couldn't even wear my headphones properly sometimes because it hurt so bad. I couldn't wear a hat or toque, you know, wash my hair properly, and those were just all issues that like I had a really hard time adjusting to and making sure that my piercings healed okay. So you know what, in the end, for me, it was best I just took them all out. I obviously think it looks so good on other people, otherwise I would have never gotten it, but that was just my experience with it. I really liked them. They looked really nice and pretty, but just maintaining it in my lifestyle just wasn't quite the fit. So those are my piercings on my ears. I used to have a smiley piercing right up here, and then my web pierce, which is like the bottom part of your, like underneath of your tongue. I had that when I was like in grade 8 or grade 9, which was insane, but my ear piercings would have just been like a gradual thing over the years. I got my basic earrings pierced when I was like a little baby, I think, because I mean a toddler, because I really wanted it. My smiley and my web, I had it when I was in grade 8 and 9 without my parents like knowing about it and stuff, and they were perfectly fine. I just ended up taking out because I got bored of them, but those healed perfectly good on me. That's that, and I've never had any type of facial piercing, nor have I ever wanted any. I also have my belly button pierced. I got that pierced when I was 18, my first year at university. I'd been wanting it for a really long time. My parents didn't want me to get it when I was living under their roof growing up, so then when I went to university here in Halifax, I just kind of made the decision that I wanted to get them pierced. So that's what ended up happening. I still have it, but now when I was 18, I'm now 21, so 3 years later, my experience was that it was really painful. It took a long time to heal, but now it looks okay. But now I'm at a point where I also don't like wearing it all the time, so I'll take it out for the most part unless I'm like going out and my stomach area is showing and I kind of want to make it look nice. But every single day I put on bio oil that just helps with the scarring and the healing of the belly button piercing, and so that's not gonna like close it up. It just makes it look nicer around like the whole area, because I, for the first few months, had a hard time with it getting infected and healing properly. So that kind of left down like a little dark scar. I'll show you guys like in a video after this, and everything I talk about like piercings and tattoos, I'll do my best to like show them in side clips when it's necessary, because I think that really helps too when thinking about piercings and tattoos. Anyways, at least for me. So those are all my tattoos, and I actually also have had this since I was 16, way before it was like ever a big thing. I do have both of my nipples pierced, and that is just like a whole nother conversation that people want to talk about or don't want to talk about, but I had it since I was 16, way before it like became a thing that everybody was getting. For some reason I ended up getting it because my older sister had it and I'd seen it, and it was just something that was very secretive for me that I really wanted. But also I have like a small chest. I've always had a smaller chest, and one of the big things for me and why I've had it for so long and kept it for so long and just haven't touched it and just let them be is that they generally make me feel so much more confident and like, you know, fulfilled with my body. And you know, that's basically the same with if people get plastic surgery or anything like that. It was just a personal preference that makes me really happy, that makes a difference, and I'm way more comfortable with my chest and how it looks. And I think now I've grown to a point, if I didn't have them, I would still just love my boobs the way that they are without it. But I think initially, like, it really boosted my confidence in a lot of ways. And I still have them and I really like them. I don't touch them, I just leave them, and they've honestly healed so nicely. So I've never had any problems with them, which is quite interesting. You know, more people get cartilage piercings and not many people for nipples, but my experience with them healing were so opposite. So that's it. Those are all my piercings that I've had, that I still have. Now let's talk about my tattoos. The first one being this plant kind of barley leaf that I have on my left forearm. It's for my mom. She's a florist and she just loved doing that and being one. It's one of her many passions and she's so good at it, and it's like a known thing in her family that my mom just loves flowers and everything, so I got that for her. Also, in a side clip, I'll add my tattoo on the back of my left elbow, and that's in Roman numerals of the year that my mom was born. And then on the back of my right elbow is the year that my stepfather was born. And so those are just two incredibly most important people in my life. For me, getting a tattoo has to mean something. Also look pleasing. And so with both those things, I always knew that anytime I got a tattoo, it'd be related to like family and my values and the things that like I put as a higher priority in my life. So my parents. So I got those three on my 18th birthday after just knowing my entire life my mom never wanted me to get tattoos. My stepdad didn't like tattoos. You know, my stepsister is covered from head to toe and they were like, do not do that, Lizzy. Like, I'm the baby of 4 kids. 3 out of the 4 kids have tattoos and there's one who does not have any, does not want any. That was quite a thing. But I got it on my 18th birthday and hid it from my parents for 4 months, and then they found out about it, and it was this crazy whole ordeal where I like almost got kicked out of my house. My parents were like incredibly mad. Well, mostly my mom, not my stepdad. He was kind of I think happy that I got something for him and for my parents, and knew that they weren't like these big tattoos or anything. So anyways, we're all good now. My parents were all good with it, but at first I got it without their permission. It was something that I knew I wanted regardless of what they had thought, and that was one thing. Like, I knew that it wouldn't hurt them. It was more of like we just couldn't see eye to eye on a thing that I really wanted, and I totally understand. My mom grew up super traditional, and so I know for my mom it was like basically a heart attack. But that's okay now. And then about 4 months later, on my 18th birthday, I got 3 more tattoos. So I have one on my sternum, and it's basically a lily pad petal rose thing with an Aries symbol on it, and it's also just one of my mom's favorite plants. So I got that for her, and I like how kind of small it is and that you can't see it all the time. I also have 2 more that I got on that day, which is on my left hip is an Aries symbol. I'm an Aries, I'm really big into horoscopes, and it was kind of a last minute thing that I ended up getting because I had time in my hour, and it was just something small. I was like, honestly, why not? Who cares? I really like it, it's cute. And then on my right hip is in cursive Jeju, which is the island that I was born in South Korea, and I love the place. I really have a big appreciation for where I was from. It's an important part of me, of my identity, who I am. I got that. And then when I went into university, second year, first semester, I got 2 tattoos. I have one on my left rib cage going vertically down, and that is my last name, Brown, in cursive, kind of curved a little bit. It's really, really cute and dainty. It's from my stepdad. It's a really big story behind it, but basically he's been my dad for the past 11 years of my life, so more than half of my life he's been a part of me, of who I am, how I am the woman that I am today. I've always loved that last name, and it wasn't always my last name. I had my legal name changed done when I was in grade 12. That was a really big step in my life because I had my legal Korean name, which was Soo-hyun Kim, but now it's Elizabeth Kim Brown. I kept the last name of my dad as my middle name, changed my first name to Elizabeth because that's what people have been calling me for years when I was living in Canada, and I still am. But when I first moved here from South Korea, my legal name was Soo-hyun on every single legal document paper, but like in school and anything, people call me Elizabeth, and then Brown for my stepdad. I am so proud of that, and I love my name so much. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Yeah, so I got that. And then on my right rib cage, I got a rose stem vertically down on like kind of a different angle. Like both my tattoos on my rib cages aren't aligned, which is what I wanted anyways. I wanted to just be placed where it looks nice, not so that it's like symmetrical to each other, and I think that makes it more unique. But it's for my mom. The rose is her absolute favorite flower, so it just reminds me of my mom. Oh, I don't know, my voice just got like all weird there and stuff. I'm not crying, I'm just like, I'm out of breath almost, I don't know why. But yeah, those are my piercings and tattoos. One thing I get a lot question wise, what was the most painful tattoo you got? It was definitely the one here. I don't know why. I think people thought it would be like my sternum, but it really wasn't. It was this. And then I think one of the ones on my rib cage, just a lot of bone there. My most painful piercings were my belly button, and any of my cartilage ones, like they hurt so bad. I don't think I'd ever get it ever, and I've just learned to appreciate just having my simple earrings, even though I love the look of like a bedazzled ear. I love that look so much, but I just don't think I'm gonna be able to like maintain that. And with all my tattoos, I love it a lot. My parents still kind of joke about when I'm older, they're like, you should get them removed, or at least get like one removed. And of course, over the years, my parents found out about all my tattoos now. But at first, trust me, I came from such a traditional family that did not want me to have tattoos, but I did, and I'm still here, and my relationship with them is better than ever. And it's just one of those things you might not ever see eye to eye on, but what are you gonna do? Everyone's their own individual, and that's the thing with piercings and tattoos. There's so many people who don't like them, and that is so okay. But then also for people who want them, let them be. And you know, it's our own body, we can do what we want with it, and we really shouldn't have a say in what people can and can't do. So that's just the perspective that I have, because trust me, there's piercings that I would never get, there's tattoos I would never get, and so that's just, you know, it's all about perspective and what means to everybody. That is my video for today. I hope you guys really liked it. If you guys have any other questions, I guess leave them down below. That's today's video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.